What up, bitches? We are officially on season 12 for Degrassi. This is my favorite fucking season for Degrassi for the newer generation. I feel like no season for the newer generation really touches season 12's masterpiece, its creativity, its storylines, the structure, none of it. This is literally my favorite fucking season for the newer generation. This is the cream of the motherfucking crop for the newer generation. Bitches, this was literally season 12 is in my top three, if I'm not mistaken, when I made my list for the Degrassi seasons from worst to best. Yes, this was at the top because I feel like season 12 is not, it is, hold on, season 12 is definitely one of those top bitches. It is one of the baddest bitches seasons of the show. Like, just hands down, I think it's like one of the baddest bitches. I feel like when it comes to characters, storylines, all of that, it gave what it needed to give. We finna go ahead and just get right into this. We finna talk about season 12. Let's go. My favorite fucking season from the newer generation of Degrassi. Season 12 has 40 episodes. So this season definitely feels shorter than the rest. And I feel like you really can feel it when you watch it because I feel like season 12 knew who their main characters were in this season and they gave those characters the main focus. Now don't get me wrong, there was characters in this season that they did give stuff to that I didn't care for, like Imogen, Fiona, Katie, the whole senior class, Marisol, Jake, and the one guy that Marisol was dating, forgot his name. The whole senior class I don't give a fuck about. I kind of forget that it's a senior class in season 12 because they literally don't get any storylines or any material. And Degrassi kind of has a history of doing this type of shit because whenever there's a senior class for Degrassi, that senior class literally doesn't get a lot of storylines. They kind of just feel there, and then they try to make up like storylines to give them on their way out. They did it with Paige and her class. They did it with Emma and Manny. They did it with Holly J's class, and they kind of did it with Casey and Jake's class. Like, I really feel like up until the Vegas episodes, you kind of forget there's even a senior class in this season because they literally do not give them any fucking material. I feel like Claire and her class and somewhat of the freshmen kind of carried this season. I mean, honestly, if it was up to me, they should have just made it Maya, who should have came in as a freshman for season 11. Her and Zig, and I feel like Tristan and Tori could have came in this season because they still don't get any motherfucking material in this season. I mean, yeah, Tristan has the whole play, but it's like that's it. And then he had the whole episode, which I actually did like, where he was not eating and he caught a heart attack. I really do wish that Tristan is really one of those insecure characters in Degrassi that I just don't like, and it's because he do a lot of dumb shit. Like, he's like somewhat of a Manny in the alley. He do a lot of dumb stuff for boys. Like, I didn't like how they was making Tristan lose weight because he felt like because he was bigger, he's not worthy of love. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell is he talking about. I get it, he's a teenage boy. He's self-conscious about his body. When honestly they could have just made it all about Tristan is not in love with himself. He doesn't love himself. It has nothing to do with him trying to find love or whatever it was, because that guy still found him attractive and was willing enough to take him on dates even though he was a plus size guy. So I'm trying to figure out why he took it as, oh, I'm not in the best shape to be in love or to be someone's ideal of love. I didn't like that. I feel like they could have scrapped the whole thing with him doing it for the guy. I feel like they could have simply did a whole weight storyline with Tristan. And I do feel like that's what they were going for, but I didn't like the way they wrote it, if that makes sense, right? You could have did a weight storyline with Tristan wanting to lose weight because he is not in love with himself. He is not in love with his size. And you could have made him go on a diet where he is not eating, he is just drinking water, which leads to his heart attack. And by the way, this is the only storyline you really get with Tristan individually as a character. After that, he just feel like a significant other. Tori, why the fuck was she here? She really overstayed her welcome. Her and Maya's friendship never made sense to me. Just a weird fucking friendship. She thought she was better than Maya. Like, I will never forget how in the dog park episode that she encouraged Maya to do the beauty pageant just to turn around and say she's not pretty enough to do the pageant. I don't know why Tori thought she was that in a bag of chips when honestly she wasn't. Girl hair looked like a goddamn Easter egg nest, and she just wasn't all that cute for real. She wasn't. I definitely feel like Maya was killing her when it came to look. Maya was killing her when it came to a glow up. So I just feel like it was just funny that Tori thought she was that in a bag of chips when it's like, girl, Cam on her ass. Your nigga want her. Zig, let's talk about it. How you think you all that when your nigga is on me trying to get with me? Girl, shut up. Like, Tori another bitch. Like, this, she swore up and down she was better than Maya. Like, I swear. Like, she would literally tell this girl that you're ugly. I would never forget that shit when she said that shit to my face. Talk about you're not the right beauty standard for the pageant. It's like, girl, what? And you're supposed to be a motherfucking friend when you're really jealous of me. Get the fuck out of here. Like, stop it. I do feel like Maya out of the freshmen was the only interesting one to me because Tori and Tristan just didn't do shit for me. Zig either. Like, Zig never really got any like character like arc, and I just felt like his character was just really there to just be in love with Maya in my opinion. But I did enjoy Cam's suicide storyline in this season. I thought that was really great. I feel like Dylan, the actor who played Cam, really did his motherfucking big one. He did not come to play. He definitely acted his ass off for this role. And I feel like for him to only be in one season, he did his motherfucking thing. I really love his suicide storyline for real, for real. I thought that was really good to bring in the eye of Degrassi because it's definitely something they have never done before. And I like that Eli got his own individual episodes about how Cam's suicide affected him. I hated that Claire made it all about her. I love that Maya got her own episodes about how Cam's suicide affected her. I didn't feel like she was misunderstood when it came to the Cam situation. I think she was in shock. I do feel like she didn't want to accept that her boyfriend was gone, which is completely understandable. She was in love with Cam, so she needs time to grieve it. But I feel like people were trying to tell her how to feel. And I feel like there is no right or wrong way to grieve. And I feel like, how are you going to tell her how to feel? You weren't with Cam. None of those people who was really out there who wanted to do the whole vigilant thing for him, they never spoke to him. They didn't know him. So it's like with Maya, I just feel like she was misunderstood about the whole situation because it's like, I do feel like on some aspect, how was she supposed to react? She's never been with a boy who's ever committed suicide before, so it's like, to her, they needed to understand it was like a whole new fresh breath of fresh air because this really was her very first boyfriend and he just committed suicide. So they needed to understand she was in shock. So Katie and all of them talking about, oh, the way she was acting was scaring them. It's like, how the fuck is she supposed to act? Y'all are out here crying when none of y'all really knew him. Not saying y'all not allowed to cry, but it's like at the same time it's bullshit. You never talked to him. You never spoke to him. You never talked to him. Get the fuck out of here. The only people who really spoke to Cam was really Maya and Dallas. That's it. Nobody else really spoke to him. Cut it out. Like, for reals. And then I really enjoyed Claire's sexual harassment storyline. I felt like when it came to individual character arcs for her, this is by far the best storyline she's got. Only thing is that I didn't like about it was that I didn't like how quickly they did it. Because, like I said in the episode review for it, I didn't realize how quickly they did this storyline when she literally just started working at the co-op and he just became her mentor. I do wish there's probably a storyline in this season that they probably would have stretched out a little bit longer. But I feel like it's because since they had other storylines they wanted to do, they really couldn't just stretch this out. But I wish they would have. Like, I wish they would have, like, before they did the episodes where we can see that he's being a creep, and about to come on to Claire. I wish they would did episodes where we were able to see the signs at first. Like maybe we could see stuff where he's smiling at her and touching her shoulders in an inappropriate way that, you know, where we could see as the audience, that's kind of weird, but to him it's coming off nothing but friendly. You feel me? I'm not mad at the storyline because to me, I still found it to be very fucking good for Claire's character. And that nigga Asher was indeed a fucking creep. I mean, he told this girl she's very mature for her age. Nigga was a weirdo. Nigga was a creepo. So I do feel like I still did enjoy the storyline with Claire. Again, this is her best fucking individual character storyline. Allie character has really done nothing since season 9. Since her shit with Johnny. Like, it's kind of crazy because they really do this shit where when she gets out of a relationship, they just put her another one. That shit's really insane to me how they do that. Because not only does she waste Dave's time and completely treats him like shit and their relationship become strained. You mean to tell me they do an episode where she wants to make it up to him and then you're still not willing to make time or try to put him first. And then you get mad because he says he doesn't want to be your second choice. Girl, he's standing up for what he believes in. He know what the fuck he want, and he don't want to be with someone who make excuses for not wanting to be there. So it's like them giving her the episodes where she was taking like pills to stay awake. Didn't care because it had nothing to do with her character alone. It has something to do with Dallas. This guy that she eventually dates in the show gave her his prescription pills. Huh? We're going to move on from that. We're moving on. I really, really liked Drew's storyline with concussions. I love that he stood on his own 2 motherfucking feet and moved out of his mama house. I loved it all because his mama is irritating. She is annoying as fuck. She is always on my nigga ass about shit, and it's just irritating. Like, I really feel like no one really understood how hard it was for Drew to be in school when he had fucking concussions and your mind is not allowing you to remember shit. How are you supposed to take a test when you can't even remember you studying for the test? Or you can't even remember none of the lessons you had for this test? How? I just feel like nobody really understood where he was coming from. And I feel like his mom, you're pressuring me to do school when I'm doing absolutely terrible. So when he dropped out and got a job at the mall, I was all for Drew. I'm like, he finna move into this condo with Fiona. He paying his rent on time. He's showing independence. And I feel like his character needed that. He needed to get the fuck away from his mother and learn to love her from a distance because her overbearing and trying to control her son's life needed to fucking stop. That's why I feel like the only way Drew was going to move back home if he told her there's going to be some motherfucking changes. Starting with number 1. Period. You're no longer going to control me or tell me what the fuck I can and can't do with my motherfucking life. Bitch, back off. Period. That's what he should have told his mother. He should have told her to get the fuck off of his back. Period. Because that bitch was constantly carrying my niggas like she was just irritating as hell. Drew's mom is annoying. Like, she really should have got off my nigga back. I do feel like Eli and Claire and Drew and Bianca relationship didn't get a lot of screen time in this season. Like, they actually took time to give them individual character studies. Like, you know, with Eli trying to focus on the play to get into college, Claire her sexual harassment storyline, Drew dropping out and dealing with concussions, you know, Bianca focusing on school, trying to get into university. Like, they gave them individual character arcs. And I actually love when Drew proposed to Bianca. I was all for them getting married because Drew mom blew me. Because how are you going to sit here and tell Bianca she's making changes and that you wish Drew had her ambition just to turn around and then tell her she's not good enough for your son? Excuse me? Bianca is the only bitch Drew has ever been with that brought the best out of him. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. She pushed him. She believed in him. She loved him. Like, are you kidding me? Drew was at his absolute best when he was with Bianca. I just felt like when Drew's mom said that to Bianca, to me, I feel like it came out of nowhere because it's like, how can she say she don't feel like Bianca is good enough for Drew? Then to turn around and season 13 when they broke up to tell her that she always felt like she was the best match for her son. But it's like, bitch, I thought you said I wasn't good enough for him though. I just feel like that was just always out of character for Drew's mom to say that, to talk about, oh, you're looking for something to leech on to because you never had a stability of family or money and da 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 da. And you want more from your son to be trapped in a teen marriage and working at a mall. Okay, I understand that. You want your son to achieve more. You don't want him to just be okay where he's at, I get that. But you don't have a say of what he can or cannot do with his love life. If he wants to marry Bianca, if they want to get married, that's up to them to get married. You can say you don't agree with it, or you think they might not be ready for marriage, but you can't tell them that they can't get married. I feel where Drew was coming from. It was a big waste of time to try to sit there and tell his mom that they're planning on getting married when her reaction was not supportive. It was just, oh, you guys are not ready for this. You don't know anything about marriage. It's like, oh my God, can you be any more fucking predictable? It was a waste of time coming here. But since Bianca didn't grow a relationship with her and felt like out of the relationship that she didn't have with her, she wanted to tell her in person that her and Drew were getting married. But it was just really a waste of time when she felt like she knows better and what's best for everyone. It's like, girl, shut up. I absolutely loved Cam and Maya's relationship. They were so fucking adorable. Like, they had like this awkwardness about the relationship that I really love that you should have when you first like have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. When Maya and Zig kissed, I know a lot of people thought it was random. To me, I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is because they were hinting. They hinted with Maya and Zig becoming something in season 11 when they first met. And I think in Dog Parts, when Zig checked up on her, when Cam didn't say she was pretty when she had the makeup and stuff on, they were hinting that they were doing something with them. Yes, it kind of probably took them half of the season to get there, but I saw what they were doing, because as soon as Cam committed suicide, they picked them right back with them. And then you saw that moment when Zig told Maya that he only wants them to happen when she's ready, and she said she'll know when that'll be. And he said that he knows, so he'll wait. That moment with them show, okay, they're going to have something in the future. Because I feel like just that one scene that they had with each other in season 12 showed that they do have a lot of chemistry together. Not a lot of couples you can say who are being shipped can have just one scene together and they just have this blossom of chemistry to where it's like you would be down for them being in a relationship. And I feel like since season 11 with Maya and Zig, that I would have been okay with them being in a relationship, because I feel like in season 11 that they definitely had chemistry when they had scenes together. But I feel like that scene in season 12 always has my heart in Zombie Part 2, because I felt like I see it. I saw the chemistry between them, and I kind of could see what the relationship was going to be in the future. But Degrassi likes to test our patience, and they like to make us wait longer than we fucking should have. So we had to wait really, really long to get Maya and Zig. Like, really, really long. Like, 2 seasons and a half to get them as a relationship, which is just crazy as fuck. Trying to think, what else did I like in this season? Oh, I really, 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 really loved the storyline with Becky and Adam. And the reason why I love this is because I've always wanted Adam to have a relationship. Like, I wanted him to be with someone who's going to accept him and all of him. Like, love him for who he is. I'm not saying his relationship with Becky wasn't going to be complicated, because I knew it was because of her religious parents and her being a Christian and everything like that. But I felt like, to me, I feel like if you were going to do something where, because I wasn't one of those fans who was pissed when they did something with Becky and Adam, and then they broke them up because she allowed her parents to manipulate her and thinking that her relationship with Adam is a sin. So when she went to the camp and she said that it doesn't care feelings, he's a boy. Between the ears, he's a boy. It doesn't matter where it counts. She already has feelings for Adam. She didn't already fell in love with him through the short period of time that they didn't spent together. Her parents can't tell her to go to a fucking camp and tell her to get rid of her feelings for someone that she didn't already fall in love with within a short period of time. I absolutely loved Adam and Becky's storyline, their fucking relationship. I do feel like they had chemistry. Like, they had off the charts type chemistry. Like Adam and Becky to me could have been one of those couples in the conversation had they got more screen time once they got together and had they didn't kill Adam off. Killing Adam off was just retarded because it's crazy because I was just watching the episode yesterday with my sister and we and her both agreed that Adam and Becky could have been one of them top notch couples had they got more screen time, had they got more material, had they not killed Adam off. I definitely agree with that. They would have gotten more. But Degrassi like to do dumb shit sometimes to where it's like, damn, you don't even allow us to have a say. Shit was stupid. Season 12 is definitely my favorite season from Degrassi. I enjoyed pretty much all the storylines they did. Some of the characters they gave storylines to didn't really care for as much, but I was okay with some of the storylines that they did do for the characters that I did care for. This is my season 11, my season 12 review. Catch you guys in my next one. And yes, I'm going to give season 12 a 10 out of 10 because this season eats up. Like I said, it's my favorite season for the newer generation, and I think it is the best season for the newer generation. That's just how I feel, period.